Right, hello and welcome back to the Crossword Vlog, aka Clog, Wednesday edition, and by golly, we are on a streak edition. As close as it may have come in the last episode to me throwing in the towel on that dreadful Tuesday, here we are with a modest streak of two on our hands, and sort of a penchant for vengeance. Um, Sort of want to do what I can to prove I'm a good solver, get this Wednesday done in a reasonable amount of time. Let's get it started. Interesting dots in the corner. Leave no way out. Okay. Balneotherapy. No clue. Maybe like arm or leg or something like that. Communications officer. Beam me up, Scotty? No, he's the teleportation guy. Ursa Major. Oh, I think it's Uhura. Um, don't know where that came from. I did watch a lot of Star Trek as a kid, believe it or not. Renal is kidney related. Neptune is both a god and maybe sea god. I was going to say a god and a planet, but charge. Hmm. All I'm seeing there is lunar, which doesn't make sense with charge. Cocktails of tequila and grapefruit soda. Sounds nice. Just can't think of the name of that off the top of my head. Okay. Sea God doesn't need to be right, by the way. The letters look pretty good, but not in um not impossible that it's wrong. Robotic type. Okay. Automaton, maybe? Hierarchical system, or what is formed when the answers are placed end to end. Ah, interesting. All right, let's just take a look at all these. Common conifer, so some sort of like pine tree, maybe just pine. It's coniferous. Hungry, hungry hippo, usually sign in pen. Pelt with snowballs. This looks like Apple. Christina Applegate? Is that? Applegate automaton. Just like looking at this end to end. Send off. Ship off, I guess. And I guess a spa might have that, sure. Whatever that is. The Enola Holmes, that was starring Millie Bobby Brown in movie form. Pet names. Odes. Sleep late or run late. Sight or speed. Speed read or sight read, like sight read music. Organism, living organism. Yoko Ono. Sea monkey, maybe? Oslo, Norway, sure. Sea monkey. Armrests. Vampires sometimes sleep in caskets, I guess. Stun someone. Menu? Yeah. Yen. Kobe is in Japan. It may be passed down a gene, and then slings, like for an arm. Sippo, nada. Dadaist is a genre of art, I guess. Diamond's opposite. I think talc is a very soft mineral, so be on the opposite end of the Mohs hardness scale. It's a deal. Oh, palomas, I believe. Could it be dragon? That doesn't seem right. Run at someone, charge them. The EU, and then trap. Aragon. Huh. Didn't know that was a thing outside of Lord of the Rings. Or there's Aragorn, my bad, Aragon. It's like a combination of Aragon with an E and Aragorn. Um, it's a deal, a sale, I guess. Cause for a blessing. Not sure. .doc, maybe a PDF would be an alternative. They're kind of different formats, but both used in business cases. Phew, that was close. 10 would be Deca. Not quite succeed. Fall short. Means you got close. Feeling a lot of heat. Eclair. Data. That, I guess that could be wrong. Data art. That's quite awkward, but Wall Street, Occupy Wall Street. Talked to ska music, Isaac Newton. I cheated with an ace up my sleeve. If so, food chain, we'll come back to that, but black water bird, or black water bird. Type, what sort of thing, I guess? A man called Otto, I've seen, really, that's kind of funny. I've seen ads for that. Unfreeze, thaw. Can you repeat that? Maybe just what would be the rude version of that? Drain as from soil. Adina Menzel, is it with an A? Maybe. Maybe acne here. Fishing aid and net, yeah. Leach from soil, I guess. Tab found on many musicians' websites. Overlook rudely, maybe snub as for like an Oscar nomination. Okay, so I think what's going on here, apple, gâteau, tomato. So it's a food chain. It's a chain of foods. So apple's a food, gâteau is like a cake, tomato is a food, and then NAC something will be a food. Maybe on TV. Maybe a Corvette, T-top, Corvettes are a thing. Scouted. Street corners. Okay. Live something. This would be olive, potentially. So I guess achu. So nacho is the next one. Nacho. Nacho, olive, live something. This is weirdly familiar. Deja vu. Pajama pants or pajama party. Suds are soapy bubbles. That's probably an ED ending. Lip would be sass. Maybe gamed a system. Famous last words. Oh, this is going to be bodegas. Live. And this is going to be a food because this is olive, and to end the chain we need a food. So DA blank blank S should be a food if I'm understanding correctly. Okay, maybe tames a wild hare. Oh, I was reading that wrong. I was reading that as H-A-R-E. Um, Amen is a last word to a prayer. Live dates, I guess. Um, yeah, like dates for their live shows and then evens. All right, how about that? A sub 10 Wednesday without even really breaking a sweat. Um, let's go ahead and admire the puzzle. I'm glad to have a successful puzzle solving experience after that embarrassing Tuesday. So yeah, let's talk about this. So just once again, if you put all of these end to end, you get a chain of different foods: apple, gâteau, tomato, nacho, olive, and then dates like the fruit. Um, I think it's a really creative concept, and I actually do really like the concept of the theme. I think, uh, to be honest, some of these foods are a little suspect, which, of course they're gonna be. It's hard to come up with good examples here, but things like gâteau is, it's actually kind of fine. Um, I didn't love live dates just as a clue. The other three were quite solid, but live dates is definitely a bit of a reach. It's live show dates or something like that. Maybe I'm just not in the business enough, so maybe this is a totally normal thing, but it just read as a little strange to me. Um, but that's sort of like a minor quibble with that. Um, I liked some of the longer fill as well outside of the theme. Fall Short is, it's like okay, I guess, but Pet Names is solid. I liked Sea Monkey. Um, I guess if we're being a little critical here, it is kind of rough to have Sea Monkey and Sea God both in the puzzle. But I like Palomas and Bodegas. Very solid. Otherwise, pretty you know, take it or leave it, Phil. Um, Looking back, this particular cross didn't give me trouble, but I could imagine it giving others trouble if they're not familiar with either of these pretty obscure things. For example, like I just knew Uhura, but if I didn't, I think I would have. I don't know Aragon. Um, it's probably the most likely guess, but yeah. The EU is a little ugly in the grid, whatever. Um, so overall, I'm going to give this one a 5.5 out of 10. I like the creativity and the theme. Um, I think the grid is a little choppy and stuff. There's some awkward fits in here, like Dada art. Um, so yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I enjoyed the puzzle. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.